Good morning, Philippines. Some areas in the countries with zero transmission of coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 may transition to a new normal quarantine classification by February 2021, Malacanang said on Monday. In a palace press briefing, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases (IATF) has approved in principle his proposal to place some areas of the country under the new normal classification next month. He said the basis to determine areas to be placed under the new normal classification will be based on classification data, specifically case doubling rate and critical care capacity. It will depend on the data because we follow analytics when it comes to determining quarantine classifications. But what I can say is IATF has approved my proposal to declare areas under new normal. These are places with no new transmission, he said. Currently, he said the IATF is now formalizing the do's and don'ts in areas to be placed under the new normal classification. He also explained that the IATF EID may continue to place areas under quarantine classifications until a vaccine is available and the country has reached herd immunity. But I don't think the IATF will lose jurisdiction unless we have reached what you can call herd immunity, he said. New normal, according to IATF guidelines, refers to the emerging behaviors, situation, and minimum public health standard. This includes actions that will become second nature to the general public as well as policies. The rest of the country remain under the least stringent modified general community quarantine. In the other news, Deputy Speaker Vilma Santos Recto has filed a bill that would give broadcast giant ABS CBN Corporation a fresh 25 years legislative franchise. Santos filed on January 5 House Bill number 8298 seeking to renew for another 25 years ABS CBN's legislative franchise. A copy of a bill was obtained by media on Monday after its first reading during the plenary session. In her explanatory note, Santos said ABS CBN is the country's largest entertainment and media conglomerate in terms of revenue, operating income, net income, assets, equity, market capitalization, and a number of employees. She urged that the networks should be renewed considering the television still remains as a preferred mass media in provinces and other far-flung areas despite the growing popularity of the social media. ABS-CBN has remained steadfast in its commitment to reach out as many Filipinos as possible by delivering their quality core program to our countrymen by taking advantage of emerging broadcast technologies, she said. To recall, Congress was unable to renew network's congressional franchise before its expiration date on May 4, 2020. ABS-CBN, upon the directive of the National Telecommunications Commission or NTC, shut down order its broadcast operation on May 5, 2020. In July last year, the House Committee on Legislative Franchises approved by a 70-over-11 vote with one abstention the resolution denying the franchise application of the networks to construct, install, establish, operate, and maintain radio and broadcasting stations in the Philippines to other lawmakers inhibited from voting. The previous House hearings have exhaustively discussed the network's franchise issues, including the citizenship of ABS-CBN Chair Emeritus Gabby Lopez, the possible violation of the constitutional limit on foreign ownership, reported labor and tax violations, and other violations of the term of its legislative franchise. The NTC on June 30, 2020 also issued two cease and desist orders directing ABS-CBN to halt the operation in its digital television transmission using Amcara Broadcasting Corporation's Channel 43 and the direct-to-home satellite transition in its cable firm, Sky Cable Corporation.